Hi Sagittarius, this is Chronic Joy Tarot, and we are here to do your Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising Soul Guidance reading. If you are not a Sagittarius, but you felt drawn to this video anyway, this message is also for you. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. I appreciate you checking it out. I hope you stay. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. It's wonderful to see you here again. And we're doing some beautiful work here. I love it. Every reading, I take an oracle card and from a specific deck and then give us sort of a theme to tap into. We're looking into aspects of our own soul that we can work on or develop or focus on in order for our continued spiritual growth. Okay? My readings are not predictive. They're not sort of quote unquote psychic. I don't talk about others very much. I talk about you, an aspect of you, and how to gain enlightenment through some of these practices. Okay, we use the Zen Tarot deck to elaborate on our topic. And our theme card today comes from a deck called The Sacred Path. And your card, Sag, is the Hour of Power, talking about your rituals of joy, what brings you joy. So the Hour of Power, this is talking about how all of us as humans, we all have unique internal timing. We all have, some of us will make decisions quickly and without regret, and we come to a decision very rapidly. Some of us want to slow down and examine and weigh things out before coming to a decision. Some of us get our chores done really quickly, and some of us just kind of allow the process to occur on a natural, a slower pace. We all have our way of doing things and our timing when we feel best. And the Hour of Power is talking about sort of that time during a day's cycle where you feel more connected, where you feel more awake and alive and ready to take on anything, right? That's what the Hour of Power is representing here, is sort of the pocket of time that you're experiencing the most joy. And so what this is asking is that you take a happiness break. And I'm going to say less, I'm going to pull this energy out and get more broad with it and say that perhaps for a while in your life now, you've been at the grindstone or focusing on maybe, helping another or tending to your duties, responsibilities, sort of a responsibility energy that's been with you. And we want to remind you to take a happiness break. Find whatever it is that feeds your soul, whatever it is, dancing to music, going out and singing in the rain, or getting connected to the earth, or hanging out with friends just because, having a cup of coffee by yourself on a Saturday morning, with your favorite book. Whatever it is that refills your tank, that brings you that joy, do it. It's time for your happiness break. You've been grinding away for a while and feeling a little beholden to others, maybe in some cases. And it's time to tend to yourself and make yourself feel happy. Okay? That is going to give you the energy and the power to go forward and continue in your, responsibility-based sort of life. Okay? We all have responsibilities. We all have, but when they start to feel like a burden, that's when we know we're out of balance. Okay? So we want you to tap back into the happiness. Yep. Look at this. Turning in. Tend to yourself. Tend to your feelings. Tend to that space within you that guides you and fuels your life, on a daily basis, but also in general. So that space within. This is a perfect starting point. this spread is called the tree, and this first branch is where you are now. Then we take the trunk, master that energy or acknowledge that energy in order to move on to the next level. And since this is all about joy, this reading, then I love how we're going to start out with realizing our joy, taking that break for ourselves, and getting to where we need to be happy. We're going to start with that and then expand on that and bring in even more joy, right? Oh, look at that. Now, for some of us, I can totally relate to this card being in this position, because as I'm a mother of 3, I'm a single mom, and I still have 2 children home with me. I care so deeply about their process. They're both they're twin daughters I have, and they're both young teens. And my realization that this is the time in their lives where I begin to let go a little more, a lot more, and allow them to spread their wings and figure out their path and get their footing for their path toward their adulthood and their own life. And I'm realizing that I have to let go of some of that, and let go of some of that need to guide every moment that they go through. They've got to make mistakes in order to learn, right? And if my one daughter, because they're both Sagittarians too, so I guess both of them may be listening to this. Hi, you guys, love you. But at the same time, I'm feeling so beholden to them, and feeling like they need me in order to teach them in all these teachable moments that we get as a young teen. But I think the most empowering lesson I could give them is to take care of myself, right? To show them by example that my self-care is a priority. My my meditation time, my walk on the beach every day, my need to have quiet and not engage in battles with them sometimes. That's important to me. It's not shutting them out. It's tuning into me, so that I have the energy so that facilitates, our experience together. But of course, within me, internally, it always brings about feelings of guilt. And this is a mental energy card. So taking care of myself, and for you, Sag, tapping into your own happiness does not mean you're letting anyone down. Okay? We want to get clear on that first. Your own happiness is necessary in order for you to uplift others. Okay? So this happiness break that we're talking about here, this tapping into your joy, whatever your joy ritual is imperative. It's a requirement in order for you to have healthy connections with others. Okay? Guilt be damned, because that's always going to kind of creep in. As far as for me, it does. But if you look at this card closely, she's being clawed at by her thoughts. Those little dark, scary claws are her thoughts. But if she releases them, look what's waiting for her is a clearing. Color. The clouds, the dark clouds will lift if you just release those thoughts. Those thoughts of guilt are really a waste of energy, because your alignment with yourself is the most important thing. And joyful activities and things that bring you happiness are a needed ingredient for your alignment with yourself. Okay? In your external world, this process, letting go of some of these guilty thoughts, really tuning in to what your needs are, is going to make you connected more to others. It's going to let you tap into that oneness that we all share. And that's what the happiness break is about. That's what this spark of joyful energy is about. It's realigning yourself with you so that you can be there for others, and you can realize, the journey we're all on is one. Okay? Beautiful. I like this starting point. Now, to move to the next level and to really get this sort of not perfected, but get this practice in place as far as self-care, tapping into joy, really knowing that is what precedes healthier connections with others. The key to that is another mental energy card, which is politics. This is talking about the masks we all wear, masks that others wear to protect themselves from you, ways that you shield yourself from others in order to, give yourself that, it's kind of a false sense, but give yourself that sense of protection. If I expose exactly who I am, if my favorite ritual is going out barefoot in the grass and dancing around and shouting to the sky, if that's my favorite ritual that brings me joy and release, I don't need to pretend that it isn't. I don't need to see others experiencing their rituals of joy and then thinking, oh, what they're doing, what they're just showing, they're showing too much of themselves. They're showing, those internal parts of themselves that should be protected, and people are going to judge it, right? Well, not always. And if you are operating toward this sort of higher sense of awareness, then you're going to learn to drop your masks. You're going to learn to just be who you are as needed. And the acceptance from others will come. You don't have to trick anybody into liking you. You just need to be you. And then those who align with you will attract to you. Okay? And just being you, this ritual of joy is an integral, it's an important part of your you-ness, right? Knowing what brings you joy is what keeps you aligned with yourself. Okay? It seems so simplistic, like, oh, well, whatever brings me joy. But this is like your life force. This is important. Okay? Next level of understanding. Oh, I'm loving these cards. Okay. The next level of understanding, once you get that, okay, I'm going to take a happiness break. I'm going to cut back some of the responsibility that I feel in my life, and I'm just going to have a good time. Even if it's, an hour a day or an hour a week, I'm going to find the time to do those things that make me happy. This will have a transformative effect. This will help you to shift and grow and ascend spiritually. And then also in the physical plane too. But the transformation is coming. You're growing, you're learning, you're tapping into what is right for you more and more, dropping the mask, dropping the shield, and allowing your true self to emerge. Within you, you're getting it. You're feeling a sense of balance. You're knowing that, mind, body, soul are aligning. You're trusting your intuition more. You're following your heart. This is all happening within. You may not put it into practice. You may not speak it outward yet to others, but you feel it within. You get that your internal alignment is the basis for your happiest experience. Okay? In your external world, you may feel that it's not happening soon enough. This feeling of postponement. This is another mind energy, though. So you're telling yourself, I'm not getting this fast enough. I'm not, I'm too much one way and not enough the other. And you're sort of judging yourself. And I'm not going to ever learn how to drop those feelings of guilt or shame when I take care of myself. I'm never going to learn that or whatever. There's something in your existence and your experience that's making you think you're not measuring up, or you're not reaching an achievement or a space of energy that you want to reach. All untrue. Okay? Circling back to the support of your spirit and of the divine is always there. That support is always there. And if you have parts of your journey that feel more clumsy or feel like there's a slowdown to your progress, that's all natural too. That's all okay. Allow it all to be there. Don't forget to tap into your hour of power, though. Don't forget to do whatever that is that releases your soul from feeling stuck. You know, look at this figure here in this picture, reaching for it, reaching for that light, reaching for what it is that brings the most joy. Okay? And then outcomes here is beautiful. Love this. See? As much as you may feel that it's not coming to you soon enough, this new realization, this new level of awareness, your spiritual growth, whatever it is that you feel, or even a physical thing in the material world that's not coming soon enough, it all circles back to your internal alignment. You're tapping into what is right for you, what brings you the most joy. That is your easiest path forward. Okay? That's what brings you closer to that which you're longing for. Whether it's a new space of energy that you embody, a more expanded awareness, or something like I said in your physical world. But that alignment with your joy is what unlocks it all and what makes the road easier. Speaking of road, I pulled the traveling card for you as the overall insight into this reading, which reminds you to take it all in as a whole, to not just micro focus on that one path, that one spot on the path that you may be on at this point. Maybe you're down there way in the valley in the fog and you can't really see what's coming next. That's okay, because if you can visually, sort of with your imagination, envision this as an entire, the journey of your life is much bigger than this moment right now where you're feeling stuck or burdened or unable to find your joy. The journey of your life is way bigger than this moment, and it always will be, right? That light is always there. You're always going toward it. But the good news is you're getting this. You're getting with wisdom, with experience and time. Your maturity is developing. You're able to rest in the knowledge that you can trust the path. Okay? It's beautiful. It's just sort of in your daily life, you can remind yourself, you know what? Time for my happiness break. I need a half an hour of talking on the phone with my girlfriend, or I need, whatever brings you that joy. For me, sometimes it is this turning in. It is this quiet time, this meditation, this time of cutting, ties with my thoughts, or allowing my thoughts to sort of float on their own without really having to take any action, tuning into myself. That's what brings me joy in a lot of instances. Sometimes the thing that brings me joy is, laughing with a friend, or getting up and dancing to music when literally no one's watching. And and it changes. So for you, that's what will bring your greatest transformation and your greatest growth, is tapping into that joy. That is the key. That's the key for all of us. And some of us think that, oh no, I can't just go around being happy. I've got responsibilities, but you can. You can tap into that joyful part of your experience, that space that lets you feel free and that allows your soul to feel free. You can tap into that in order to sort of reinvigorate that practical side of you, right? It's a give and take. It's both. It's all. It isn't just one way. Okay? All right, dear Sagittarius, I love you guys, and I am done for now, but I wanted you to know that my schedule's calming down a little and I can take some personal readings. I put my email on this video. I'm not setting a price structure. I'm in a space now where I feel like sharing the gift for the sake of it is most important. So I'm on a donation basis. Whatever it is you feel you can pay for a reading is acceptable. Okay? And I don't want to cut anyone out of the experience if it's wanted or needed. So this is where we are. Okay? I love you guys. Get in touch if you want a personal reading. I'm going to be having some time now in the future. And until next time, I'll see you on YouTube. I love you guys.